box. I love the way Annie sends these sends things out. Sends things out in a 3-pack that you can actually carry around. But I wanna, these are oak leaf hydrangeas. I'm gonna plant those tomorrow probably. Stops raining. And currant, I'm gonna plant today and show you the one that I've had for years, Ribes sanguineum, dew resistant. So this is a pink flowering currant. And I'm gonna plant 3 of those. And they come from Annie's and they're amazing. Love them. In these packs. So I'm gonna switch this one into the other box. Hydrangea, we'll look at another day. Here. There we go. Now we can carry it with us in one hand because we have to use the crutch with the other. Long story. This is our well shed, such as it is. I'm gonna dig for some, looking for some starter fertilizer. So clearly I need to get in here and organize that. But we do have some starter fertilizer.
Okay. What kind is that, Dr. Earth?
Dr. Earth Root Zone. So I'm gonna have to read up before I plant the plants actually and make sure that they want this, but I just wanna have it just in case. And I need a trowel. So we all have goals, right? I want to organize this. I have the thing to hang, to put our tools up on the wall, but we're just haven't gotten there yet. So I'm looking for I've been having some kids help me plant things, and this I guess is the best trowel I can find right now. That'll do. These are the Impatients. My mom started these. One of them got broken, but I think it will be okay. So I'm going to put all my tools in my box because I only have one hand to carry things with my crutch. So hoping I can handle it. Made it to the bench. So what's going on? Why am I on crutches? I had a knee replaced, and then I was doing really well, and then I fell and broke my femur. So then I had another huge recovery time. So my garden is a mess, like bad mess, like weeds, like it's horrid. It's so this, I just decided to kind of document coming back as a gardener and still not being able to walk, I can carry things in one arm, but not in both. And also just trying to bring my garden back from horrific weeds. I'll take a video and it's just bad. I've had some help weeding. I've had some help planting, a few things this spring, but it's gonna be a journey, I think, to get it back. And of course, this garden is still developing. We've been here 3 years now, so some things were here when we came. Very few things remain, but I just wanted to bring you along for that journey because I don't know. I find it interesting, and during my time of having my broken leg and being stuck in bed all, months, as a gardener, watching other gardeners has been my way of getting outside. So if, this helps anybody, then great. My view from the bench. We finally had somebody come and help weed whack the little sport court there. But, I mean, you can see how bad these weeds are in the orchard area. Bad. So, I'm gonna work on that, but today we're planting. Okay, so this is plant number 1. I'm just gonna call it pink flowering currant because I'm not good at name pronunciation, and it gets 5 to 12 feet high and wide. 2 to 4 inch blooms, February and April, drought and deer tolerant, sun and light shade. And mine is right there, the one I planted a couple years ago, and gets morning sun and then shade, and it really took off this year, and it's beautiful. And I love the blooms on it. They're really very pretty. And I'm 5'10", and that one's taller than me. This branch is taller than I am. So it's definitely growing. So I got 3 more of these, and we're trying to screen our fence line here. And so I just think this is a beautiful plant for that. So we're gonna plant 3 more. I also have more of these Impatients here. This is the plant. It's also quite big, about 5 feet tall. And my mom sprouted them from seed in her yard down in Santa Barbara. And so she brings me more, and I'm gonna put some more in this area. This area I kind of treating as a woodland. I want it to all fill in and screen ourselves from the street. So I got myself back here where I want to plant one of them. And I'm not sure what I planted here, but obviously it was something I wanted to try to grow because there's a drip line around it. Oh, there's a little bit of green. I think it was a laurel. They've been here about 3 years, and they are not doing well at all. So I'm not going to try to get into the gopher basket because it's, I don't know, maybe I will. We'll see. But I might just plant it nearby the currant. We're on the Central Coast, Zone 10A, and we live on a sand dune. So this really is just sand. Literally sand. And this sand is hydrophobic, so it sheds water. If you put a plant and completely cover it with our native soil, you will not get any water to your plant and it will die. So we've had to do a lot of amendment just to try to get things to grow. We've been pretty lucky. Okay. There we go. It's amazing to think that this is going to be so tall in a couple of years. Bring that beautiful pink flower to this area. Careful the roots. So they look pretty good. They really come well watered for Manny's. So I have to be careful when I bury it that it's native, not native soil. The soil it came in is still up, not covered by our native sand here. It will eventually get covered, but it'll have formed roots by then and be able to handle it. Yes, we have a lot of oxalis right now. Good. So I'm planting this under a pine. Okay, so I still see the dirt that it came in, so that means water will get to it. I have a drip right nearby, and I'll leave this tag here with it. Helps me find things. All right, 2 more to go. So I got one over there where the orange tag is, right there. And I'm gonna put another one about 5 feet away. I have a podocarpus here that's finally starting to push some new growth this year. I have to cut back this acacia. It's an evil weed. It's not evil, it's fine, but it's kind of a thug. And I have a rhododendron here I'm hoping will survive. And an azalea here that does not look healthy. So I'm gonna give it 1 more year, but it's finally pushing some new growth there. But it just doesn't look happy. So that one may not make it. Spot number 2. We'll set the crutch aside for a moment. Now it looks really damp here. I'm wondering where irrigation is, because if there's no irrigation, I'm going to have to remember to run it. But this guy has water right here. So, interesting. I'll have to root around a little more, see if I can find the irrigation line for it. Our soil here is the sand. It is so soft that you can literally just dig a hole by hand. It's like being at the beach and digging a hole in the sand. This time I think I'm gonna get some of this leaf mulch in and the broken down leaves from around the hole. And I'll plant the second one there. I don't even really have a good leg. I need to have my other knee replaced one of these days soon. So, but you can do it. You can get out here and you can do a little bit every day. I'm gonna try to finish weeding this area. And I'm not really weeding, I'm just getting rid of the grass. The oxalis has already taken hold. Once there's flowers, there's also bulbs underground. It'll come back next year, and it doesn't really bother me. It's kind of cute, yellow little flowers. And we have a lot of miner's lettuce right now, so that's kind of fun. I leave those because you can make salad if you want, if you're out of lettuce. I'm gonna finish weeding this area, and then I'm gonna try to figure out where to put the third flowering currant and the 3 of these here, because these are beautiful. Love them. The rhododendrons. Not rhododendrons. Impatients. Just realized I might have been calling this a rhododendron. I'll have to double check. It is in fact an impatient. One of the names for it is poor man's rhododendron. And they're really easy to propagate. I have 3 here from my mom. One of them broke, but I kind of think it'll be okay. Obviously, that part's not gonna do. But I might try planting both ends of this. I think just the rooted end is gonna come back. They tend to be pretty tough, even though they look really, more whimsical. All right, so the area, just this little area, yes, there's a big old pile. I'm gonna have to come back with the pop-up waste thing and get it, but this area's been cleaned up, looking better. And I do have some really big things that are gonna grow in here. Right here, that's a tree coleus. Those will get 9 feet tall and 9 feet wide in our area. And here I have a Geranium majorensis. There's some ferns. I think they're just arrow ferns, or I'll have to look them up. There's another tree coleus back there that's going to fill in that area. And then it'll hopefully meet the new currant that I planted just behind this tree. And then another currant there. So the goal is to block out the fence here. We also have some astilbe in this area. You can't see it at all right now, it's dry. But I'm trying to create a woodland, kind of a, cool colors, pinks, whites, purples, woodland feel. There's another area where we just have open fence, and this is a pittosporum. It will grow and cover this area eventually. But I've added one of the little impatiens there. Very little now, but it will grow up and cover this area. And I'm going to plant some stuff on the outside eventually that can tolerate a little bit more sun. So I have different zones or rooms in my garden. My area of study was interior design and architecture, so when I look at a garden, I really think of it kind of as an extension of a house, and there's different spaces that you are going to be in, and each space can have its own feel and its own flavor. So I'm working today in what I call my woodland garden area, and I'm just, because there are some pines here and some cypress that we were here when we came, when we moved to this house. So I'm following that theme, and I'm doing things that I feel like would be appropriate in a woodland. They may not all be from the same part of the world, but they work here. And we're in zone 10A on the central coast of California. We get a lot of fog, not huge temperature swings, but it's very humid here often, but cool humid. So, okay, 2 more plants to plant. Let's go. Something fun I've discovered is that Snapdragons are perennial here. Look at these wonderful little ranunculus coming up. So exciting. Oh, the miner's lettuce. Okie dokie. That is it for the day. So I didn't do much, but I did a little bit. Got out here and gardened a little bit on one leg with a crutch, pulled some weeds, planted some plants that are going to be awesome in a few years. And now I can go about my day happily because just been outside, breathing the air, smelling the smells, hearing the birds makes me happy. See you next time. Bye.